What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Marissa Jung and I'm a personal trainer and online coach. Honestly, it's been a hot minute since I've seen you guys, and I'm sorry that I've been absent. I've had a lot of life and just life events that have been going on, and I've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed recently, so I was trying to just kind of take a step back and really zone in on the tasks that I had at hand. I'm going to be sitting down with you guys a little bit later to kind of go more into depth and explain and just share where I've been at and what's been going on and kind of how my bodybuilding journey, and honestly just to kind of give you more of a life update of where I've been at. But I thought since it's been a minute, I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right in. So I just got to the gym. I'm about to smash legs. I have my intro workout, which is just carbolin, creatine, and salt mixed into it. If you guys have not started implementing a intracarb, I would highly recommend it. I know a lot of people like to eat Rice Krispies. I prefer not to eat anything at the gym just because usually I'm dripping sweat when I'm working out and touching the equipment and then touching like my face. I just don't want to be touching food that's going in my mouth. I don't know, call me weird, but that's just how I am. So it's easier for me to drink my intracarb. I used to, which for people that don't know, an intracarb is 25 grams of carbs that you drink within the first 25 minutes of your workout. And the reason behind that is because it just allows your body, you're giving your body a little bit more energy and a little bit more fuel to kind of push through and finish out your workout, especially when you're lifting really heavy. So that's what I have. I was originally drinking Gatorade when I first started with bodybuilding, but I didn't like how much sugar was in it, and quite frankly, I don't like, it leaves like a film on my teeth. I don't know, I just get grossed out by it. So my friend Abby recommended Carbolin, which I just get off Amazon, and they have a bunch of different flavors, but it's a carb source that's literally pulled from rice and potatoes. So there's nothing like crazy about it. It literally is a carb source, and I love it. And to be completely honest, prior to bodybuilding, I was never using an intracarb. And since bodybuilding, I have noticed a substantial amount of difference between my lifts and the weight that I'm able to push throughout my workout. So if you guys aren't already drinking one, I highly recommend that you try it out, because I think you would feel a difference. And not necessarily, you don't have to do Carbolin, but any kind of intracarb, because I think you'll notice a difference. Today I am wearing, just notice I'm wearing all black, because we're about to smash some legs, and like I like to say, it's death by leg day, so that's where we're at. Again, I'm not going to waste any time. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever, and I want to take you along. I have so much exciting news and just like life news to share with you guys, so I'll see you inside.
Getting loose, little bitch, get loose. I don't want another truth, got stars in my roof, yeah. I'm getting loose, young nigga, get loose. I ain't going for the fluke, getting head in the booth, yeah. I'm getting loose, little bitch, get loose. I don't want another truth, got stars in my roof, yeah. I'm getting loose, young nigga, get loose. I ain't going for the fluke, getting head in the booth, yeah. Yeah, shit. I ain't going for the fluke, yeah. No way, I ain't going for the fluke.
Scrapers in the city, Dayton's on the 57 Chevy, chrome suspension, 4 switches, LS engine, bitches came with the interior. Dope pie, stir it up, fumes, got a tearing up. 79 Malibu, match down the avenue. If them niggas really wanna race, bring the back through. Came through in the space coupe, everything new. Umbrellas in the door, galaxy in the roof, boss in the boat, sharks after the loop. Be cool, motherfucker, ain't nobody ask you. Going where the money at, came back with all that. Blabbing my bitch, gave my niggas the trucker map. We know where it's at, motherfucker, forget it, black. For twice what you pay, homeboy, you could get it back. We could call a private plane like a taxi cab. Crib with extended driveway and a helipad, bitch.
Getting loose, little bitch, get loose. I don't want another truth, got stars in my roof, yeah. I'm getting loose, young nigga, get loose. I ain't going for the fluke, getting head in the booth, yeah.
I don't know if you can see, but this is exactly why I do not like to eat my intracarb. I just got done hitting legs and I am dripping sweat. Also, what is up with 24-hour not running the AC when it's 100 degrees out? I thought I was gonna pass out in the weight room, but just kidding, 24 don't come for me. Another note, just a friendly reminder. If you're at the gym and people are using equipment, try to be patient and be respectful and just let them finish their sets. I literally got on the leg press. It's been open like the first 25 minutes I was there, got on the leg press, and some little kid came up to me and asked me how many sets I have left to do when I hit my first warm-up set. And I was nice to him. He asked politely. I told him, you know, I was just hitting my warm-up sets, and then I had 3 sets after that, and he was super polite about it. But then I'm on our squat rack doing sumo deadlifts, and this lady comes up to me, and I'm clearly in the middle of the set, and asks me if I'm done using the squat rack, because at 24 the squat racks also have a pull-up bar attached to it, and they hang like TRX handles that you can use from there, and I think she was trying to use that, but I told her, she asked me, and I said I wasn't done, and then she just continued to hang the TRX handles up when I was still using the squat rack. So I said it again to her very nicely, but I just said, oh, I'm not done, I have 2 more sets, and she's like, oh, I just asked you if you were done. So just a reminder, if you see people using the equipment that you are, there's nothing wrong with asking them when they're going to be done or how many sets they have left, but just try to be respectful, because there's only so much gym equipment, and there's only like so much you can do. Also, update, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know I just did a taste test review on the Thavage pre-workout from CBum and Raw Nutrition. The new flavor just dropped on August 31st, and it's called Peach Bum. And my advice to you is, I was lifting shit in there like I was CBum. So if you want it, go get it. I think it's totally worth the money. The taste is 10 of 10. It does not taste artificial at all like some of the pre-workouts do, so I highly recommend. Alright guys, so we just got back from the gym. I am currently cooking my post-workout meal. But while I'm waiting for that to finish, I thought now is a really good time for us to have a chat. So I really wanted to kind of, well, to be honest, I didn't really want to share this because I had it kind of like a lot of emotions over it, but some weeks had passed since it happened, and I've had some time to reflect, and I decided I actually do want to share this with you guys, because if I can help somebody, or somebody can relate, or even just helping what I did to kind of get over it, or you know, break the habit, I want to be able to help you guys. And ultimately, you know, we are all human, we all go through things, and I think a lot of people a lot of times forget, like, just because we're bodybuilding and we have a very specific goal in mind, or we're looking to compete, doesn't mean we're human. It doesn't mean that we don't get cravings, or that we don't get tired one day and don't want to hit protocols, or, you know. So I just wanted to share it with you guys, because it was something that I struggled with, and then also kind of what I was proud of, and I'll share that with you here. But so just to kind of give you a little bit of background, probably the middle of July I started a cut with my coach, and we get, normally in the off season, I try to give myself 1 to 2 meals, free meals a week, but more or less I really do only give myself a free meal every week. And when we started cutting, I was not taking it as seriously as I should have, and that's the honest truth. I thought even still eating out once or twice a week, you can, you know, be still dropping a bunch of body fat and lose a lot of weight, and you can. But I also want you guys to remember that when you're in a calorie deficit, you are at those calories because you are consuming less than what you're burning, or your energy output, and that is what causes you to lose weight. And a lot of people, I don't think, understand that even when you eat out once or twice a week, if you're in a deficit, you can actually be doing more harm than good, and most chances are you're probably either maintaining or gaining slightly. Because a lot of people don't think, they think it's one free meal, yada, yada, yada. It's what you do consistently most of the time, right? Not what you do perfectly all of the time, which is true. But when it comes to a calorie deficit, a lot of people don't understand. They eat super, super healthy every other meal, and then they choose one meal and they go balls to the wall, and they'll eat at like a 3,000 calorie cheat meal, or, you know, something that's like very, very calorically dense. Even though it's one meal that you're eating a week, if it's 3,000 calories, over a week span of time of your macros and calories, you're actually not really in a deficit. And what I mean by that is if you're eating, just for example, if you're eating 1,500 calories Monday through Saturday, and Sunday you eat your calories and then you go out for a big dinner, and just for an example, say it's a 3,000 calorie dinner. That is actually, if you break that up over to the average per week, you're actually eating more than 1,500 calories every day. So it's actually not going to put you in a calorie deficit, if I'm making sense. And that is essentially what was happening to me. So I was eating out more, and I wasn't eating like crazy, like 4,000 calorie cheat meals or anything like that. But just what I was eating was doing that. So on an average, a weekly average basis, it was putting me over that deficit. So I actually wasn't in a deficit. And so I would lose, I did lose like 2 pounds, and then I gained it right back. And what started happening is I just had a lot of life things going on. I had my personal training business is picking up, and I'm getting a lot more clientele, which I am not complaining about whatsoever. I feel incredibly grateful for that. However, it is making my schedule a little bit more hectic. And now that I've had some time to reflect on it, I do realize it's because I wasn't prepared enough. I wasn't planning out my meals, so it was causing me to eat out or buy things out. Even if they were healthier choices, they're not necessarily as healthy as I would cook them. And so I ended up starting when I was getting really stressed out and my schedule started getting really jam-packed. I was just getting very overwhelmed, and I started feeling very food focused. To be completely honest, I don't even know what set it off. I don't know what triggered it, and I'm not sure what started it, but I wasn't gaining weight, but I wasn't losing weight. I was staying roughly within like a pound or two of each other, and it's because I was going way over on my free meal. And I started snacking a lot, and I had to have a heart-to-heart with my coach, because there was about a week I was like, this is getting really out of hand. And like the first week it wasn't really bad, and it went on for probably like 2 or 3 weeks, and the second week it wasn't as bad. But unfortunately I felt like, and you know, we're always our own harshest critic, but when I look at my pictures, I can see my check-in pictures to my coach. I can see it in my own physique, whether I look tight, whether I look a little like I'm have some water retention, whether I look a little bit fluffy or a little bit soft. I can tell all of that from my previous pictures. And I feel it too, right? So when I checked in with her, it went like 2 or 3 weeks in, and the first week was really, really bad. I just was not really even trying. I was kind of I was sticking to macros, but I was still giving myself the weekly meal. And I had just like some friends come into town and some life stuff, right? So I really wanted to be present in the moment, and I wanted to you know, enjoy those moments. And we did go out to dinner, and so I did eat out, you know, more than what I normally do. And then the second week I got back on track, and I just started feeling really, really food focused. Like I don't know what triggered it either, but that's all I was thinking about. So when I checked in with my coach that week, you could see it in my physique. And I was really, really upset about it, to be honest. But then I had to take a step back and think, and I was like, I'm not putting in the work right now that I should be for a deficit. I shouldn't be eating out 2 meals. I shouldn't, like, for me personally, if I'm in a deficit, I kind of treat it like a prep. So I shouldn't really be eating out at all. And if I do a free meal, I usually cook it. I just make bigger portions of whatever I'm eating. And so I had to have a heart-to-heart with my coach, because I was getting really frustrated with myself. I wasn't happy with the way my check-in pictures were coming out. I almost felt like my body was kind of like, my body recomposition was like going backward. And so I had to have a talk with her, and I was honest, and I told her. And, you know, she asked me a question, and she said, you kind of have to think about why are your goals and your protocols and everything that's going to help you get to your destination that you want to be at, why is that not like as much of a priority this week and last week as it's been for the last 8 or 9 months? And I had to really think about it, and I really honestly did. I took like 2 or 3 days, and I was like, why is it? Is it just I'm tired? Is it I'm burnt out? Do I need a diet break? Like what is going on? And so I really thought about it, and I was like, you know, I thrive in bodybuilding. Like, I love it. And it's not for everybody, and I understand that, but the discipline, the routine, I thrive off all of that. So I had to think about it, and I was like, honestly, the last couple of weeks, I haven't really felt like I've been enjoying training. I feel like food is kind of like becoming more of a chore. So I told myself, and I was honestly really proud of myself, because if you would have known me in like 2018, even probably 2019, I've always been kind of like, I guess you would call it, not like a yo-yo dieter, but like a yo-yo gym goer. Like, if I would go for 3 or 4 months at a time and I would kill it. And then if a day came and I went out drinking or I went out eating with my friends and I felt like it completely ruined all of my progress, which sounds crazy because one meal will literally never do that. One night will never do that. But that's how I felt, and I would just give up and I'd stop going to the gym for like months. And then I would go back again when I got motivated again and really like had a goal that I wanted to be in shape for, whether it was summer or like an event coming up or a trip or whatever. And I had those thoughts to myself. I really did. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not doing the bodybuilding thing anymore. Like, I'm over it. I don't enjoy training right now. I'm like not, I'm just not into it. And so when I was thinking about it those 3 days, I was thinking, why is it that I feel that way? Like, why is it that I don't love bodybuilding? I've been so set on it for the last like 9 months. It's like, why now am I feeling this way? And at first I thought it was just, honestly, I just thought I was like burnt out on it. I thought it is a lot of work, but let me tell you, like, nothing great and none of your goals, you're going to get there without putting in work. So knowing that, I was just like, what's going on? Like, I don't really understand like what's going on with myself really. And mentally it was starting to take a toll on me, because here I am, a personal trainer and an online coach doing nutrition, and I can't even follow my own nutrition plan, but yet I'm trying to be here and encourage somebody else to do that too. So mentally it just put me in like a really not a good headspace. I felt like I was being really, really critical and harsh on myself, just because I'm like, how can I be setting an example if I can't even pull through for myself, So I did take a few days, I thought about it, and I really came to the conclusion, like, this is what I want to do. Like I said, this is where I thrive, and I'm not ready to give it up yet. I think I was tired, and I just kind of needed a diet break in a sense, but instead of communicating that to my coach, I just kind of was like, went off the rails with it. And I'm really proud of myself, to be honest, because like I said, if you would have known me a few years ago, I would have just said, F it, I'm done, and would have thrown in the towel. But I told myself, I started thinking about it, and I was like, if I do that right now, I'm basically going to have to start over at some point. When I get ready to go back to the gym, or when I want to be at the gym, I'm going to have to start again. And I don't want to start again. I have worked my ass off for 9 months to get my body to where it is today, and I feel good. I feel healthy. I feel strong. I'm like the most confident in my body that I felt in a really, really long time. And I don't want to give that up. I've worked really, really hard for that. So I did come to the conclusion. I said, you know what? This week, I'm not doing it. This week, I'm going to hit all my protocols. I'm going to jump right back on track. I'm not going to give up all the hard work that I've put in over this year. And it wasn't easy. I told my coach that. There was 2 or 3 weeks after that I was getting better with food, but then I was missing something. Like, I was missing my steps, or are you okay? Or I missed a session of cardio. And I was getting frustrated because I'm like, here I am really trying to get back on track, and I couldn't do it. I was missing something. And so I took that week, and I just kept telling myself, I said, next week, I'm going to be better. Next week, I'm going to be better. I'm not giving up. I've worked way too hard to get here. Next week, I'm going to get all my food in. I'm going to get all my steps in. I'm going to smash all my cardio sessions. And lo and behold, I did just that. And so my point in sharing that with you guys is, if you are on a fitness journey or you're currently dieting and have been experiencing something similar, make sure you're communicating with your coach or who's ever keeping you accountable. But I also want you to know this is normal to feel that way. It's normal when you are putting in so much work into your fitness goals and your physique and everything and taking care of yourself and your mental health and your working, life is busy. Life is very overwhelming at times, and it's normal where you will go through, you know, weeks, maybe sometimes even months, where you just like feel like you can't stay on top of it. And I just want you to know, just because you have periods of time like that, don't give up, and don't give up on yourself, because regardless of whether it's your dream job you're working for, or, you know, maybe it is a fitness goal, maybe it is to compete, maybe it's not, maybe it's just to be healthy and be a healthier person overall and to eat better or whatever. Don't get so discouraged that you end up giving up on yourself, because you are worth the battle. You're worth putting the time and investing in yourself, because ultimately the more you invest in yourself, the better you're able to show up for other people and the people that need you. But most importantly, you're showing up for yourself, and it's normal to get cravings. It's normal to feel hungry when all of a sudden you're eating less than what you're normally used to. That's totally normal. It's normal to feel tired for the first month and a half when you start working out again, when you haven't been working out. And I used to tell my clients that all the time, because I was just like, it was true for me too. And I feel like I have been in sports and in the fitness industry since I was young. So it's true that like the first month especially, oh my God, don't even get me started. The first month after you take time off, I literally contemplate probably on a daily basis why I'm doing this. But I just want you to know, you know, not to give up because you have a setback. Like, be stronger than the setback. Come back, you know, better than that, and you will. You will if you don't give up. So it was just kind of like more of a friendly reminder that we all kind of go through seasons in life, and where certain things maybe take more of a priority than others, or you feel burnt out, or maybe you need a break, and that's okay. That's life. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because I wanted to be real and raw, because I think because I was feeling that way, it was really hard for me to show up on any other platform. I mean, I didn't feel like filming anything for YouTube. I didn't want people looking at my body. I didn't want people, I felt like people could know, or they could tell by looking. And the truth is they probably couldn't, because nobody sees me the way that I check in with my coach. But I just like, I was embarrassed, I think, and I just didn't really know how to, I didn't know how I felt about it, so I didn't want to share anything, and it caused kind of, because mentally I wasn't in a good headspace about it, it kind of trickled over into other aspects of me being absent on social media. I definitely kind of like pulled back from, not like my friends in a sense, but just kind of like pulled back from how I normally am, if that makes sense. Like my personality was just a little bit more quieter, and I just didn't really feel like I had anything to share. I felt really, really mentally like a blank when I couldn't come up with content for YouTube or like TikTok or Instagram or anything like that. But I just want you to know it's totally normal to go through periods and headspaces like that where you might have something that's kind of holding you back, but I also kind of look at it as like a lesson or an opportunity to get better. My camera battery just died, so love that for me. But anyways, what I was telling you guys is that, you know, whatever you're struggling with, whatever you're going through, it's not going to kill all your progress. It's not going to, you know, throw everything away that you've been doing up until that point. You just get back on track and you keep moving forward, because at the end of the day, that's all you can really do. I am going to go run out now to go shopping at Target and maybe one or two other places. My friend Taylor is having her bachelorette party this coming weekend, and I need to find a couple things to wear when we go out there. My best friend Brooke, I love her to death. I haven't seen her in like a year. Actually came into town last weekend, and we went and hung out in Laguna Beach. Laguna Beach is like roughly like 20-25 minutes from where I am. And it's really freaking cool because it's all on the water, if you're not familiar, and it's a city on the water, I should say, a big city. And they have a art festival every year called the Sawdust Art Festival, and all the locals get in for free, so we wanted to go check it out because I hadn't been in a couple years. And it's really, honestly, really freaking cool. It's everything art that you could ever think of, everything from like literal paintings to photography to like art sculptures to jewelry to, they even had like glass blowing there, and they have literally like everything in between. So I did take some footage that I'm going to drop in for you guys right here while I go shopping, and then I'll catch you back a little bit later. Your girl forgot to finish vlogging when I got home from shopping last night, so love that. But before I close out this vlog, I just wanted to share the exciting news with you guys, and that is that I am now officially working with Raw Nutrition, and my discount code is JUNG10. It's Jung 10. Anytime you use that, that supports me, and if you do, I greatly appreciate it. Screenshot it and send it to me because I would love to thank you guys personally, individually, just to say thank you for supporting me. Their products, I've been using them for quite some time, and their products are really clean. They're protein powders, which are very fine. I like them for mixing. I honestly, I'm not like an advanced protein mixer. I literally normally, because I'm on the go a lot of times, just use water and protein powder. And it's not gritty. It mixes really well, and the taste is really rich, which I like. I also use the Thatridge pre-workout, which again, if you follow me on Instagram, I just did a review of this flavor and it's fire. This is by far my favorite pre-workout that I've tried, just because it literally tastes like you're drinking juice. You don't taste like you're drinking pre-workout, you taste like you're drinking peach juice. It's fire. Having a hard time turning your brain off at night when it's time to decompress and go to sleep. Their sleep product is really good, and all of their flavors are fire. Anytime you guys use my discount code, that supports me, and I really appreciate it. And if you do use my discount code, please screenshot the purchase and DM me with the screenshot. I would love to thank you guys individually just for supporting me and being here and following along. I hope this was a fun, kind of like different vlog. That's the wrap. That's gonna wrap up this vlog. Thank you guys so much, as always, for following along and just tuning in. Your support and following along on my fitness journey means more to me than I would ever be able to express into words, and I'm grateful to have each and every one of you here. And I hope you guys have a killer rest of your week, and I will catch you next time.